And welcome back to the hot stage, where the Central European Rally is very much in the history books. But what a rally. It's totally potentially messed up the championship for a few people, unless your name is Elfyn Evans and maybe Rovanperä. Albeit it's not completely over for Seb. Ott, I think, is holding on by mere fingernails. Neuville has completely fallen off, and we'll get into all of that. But first of all, congratulations to Kalle Rovanperä. The guy's retiring, and he's not even 30 yet. And yeah, he wins the rally. We did say he's going to be dangerous in our preview, and we were right. He won the rally. And what a battle he had initially between him and a certain Ogier. So, moving on from that, Elfyn Evans, the man who's had the lead at the beginning of the year, has taken the lead back again. He lost the lead to Tanak, he lost the lead to Ogier. He's back in the lead thanks to his second place just on the podium. I mean, he was absolutely ruined by Kalle Rovanperä, but at this rally he didn't need to beat Kalle Rovanperä. I think he will do, with at least in one of the next two rallies, but that's by the by now. But Elfyn Evans, a really strong performance from Elfyn, albeit a fantastic performance from Kalle Rovanperä. And here are the results. So Kalle Rovanperä, I mean, it was a Toyota 1-2, obviously winning. 43.7 seconds down was Elfyn Evans, and yeah, he did have that 5-second penalty, but still, I mean, that still would have given him, well over nearly 40 seconds anyway, minus a couple. And it was the big battle in the second half of the rally was between him and Ott Tanak. It was really close. It flipped and flopped, but in the end it came down to the last stage, the Wolf stage, the longest Wolf stage we've got this year on Tarmac Rally. A really cool stage, and Elfyn Evans ended up taking it by, I'd almost argue, a fairly comfortable amount in the end. Ott Tanak was using the 2024 Hyundai, where he was happy with, and to be fair, you can argue it's justified when you look at the massive gaps he had between his teammates, even before they fell off a cliff. Hello, Neuville. Katsuta, fourth, albeit a minute and 6 seconds down, but I think he's just about did enough, I think, to save his career going into Japan. Imagine if I want him to win Japan. I really do. Will he? I don't know. I'm not a betting man, so I guess we're going to have our fingers crossed. But Katsuta, what a rally he had. It was really, really consistent. No big silly mistakes. Adrian Formeau, 2 minutes 4 seconds down, not particularly great. Along with Sami Piari, 2 minutes 13 seconds down. Another very average run. They said it was good. But look, mate, you're 2 minutes 13 seconds down from your leader. No, not great at all. Josh McLaren, again, in the M Sport, unlike obviously a certain, Seb Ogier or his teammate Gogon Monster or Neuville, didn't make a mistake. So not too bad from Josh, but still. M Sport are really missing Adrian Formeau, a decent rally driver, are they, with a bit of experience. And then, Solberg, and then you get into the Rally 2 domain there. So this was SS15. This was at Neuville. This was his car, completely and utterly destroyed, sadly. And, SS15, he was out the rally. I mean, to be fair, it was a head-on collision with the side of a bridge. It's never going to be great, is it? He bent the bars and everything. We do have footage, but look at that. I mean, kaplunk. It's not good, is it? And what I thought was interesting is the other Hyundai seemed to have an issue there, along of not as bad as Neuville, but even Ott Tanak came out and said, yeah, I had I made a big mistake which cost him potentially 4 or 5 seconds. Indeed, the gap in the end he had to Elfyn Evans, and I don't know what was going on with the Hyundais. I mean, look at it. The once beautiful cars become mulch at the front, and this. I mean, if you look at this, look, the bonnet's falling off. It's just hanging off by the wires and everything. It's just not good at all. This was the footage. Look at that. I mean, head on. It's fantastic that they're okay. Look at the damage to the bridge. Oh, it's just not good at all. We've got more footage here, I believe. Here we go. Oh, you can hear the gasp from the lady. Again, one more time. Yeah, I mean, it's just absolutely savage. Let's have a look at it again. On the other side, obviously he's dripping. The stage ended up being closed, which ironically gave Seb Ogier a big advantage because he had already gone through. But yeah, I mean, the oil's going everywhere. It's just dripping. The car's just leaking bodily fluid almost. And, it's hard to watch, isn't it? So, I mean, Neuville, I think his once almost feeble title, being a title contender, is now completely gone. I think even though mathematically it's possible, it's not happening, is it? And this was, now at the beginning of the rally, Seb Ogier and Kalle Rovanperä were absolutely going hammer and tong. It was epic to watch. And Kalle Rovanperä came out and said it will be flat out Seb going for it with basically full risk. He has nothing to lose. Well, he's potentially got an 8th title to lose. Calle's got a 3rd title to lose. Evans has a title to lose. You could argue Evans has got the most to lose because he's not won a title. But anyway, he's worried that Seb Ogier is always going to remain a threat. And then this happened.
Oh! No! Sebastian Ogier he's gone off the road. He was up on the splits.
Oh my! Oh, there we go. I mean, yeah, he was up on the splits. He's come out and said it was a puncture that didn't read, which is the reason why he ended up going. As you can see here, he's turned and he just completely understeers into like the little stream ditch, whatever you want to call it, by the side, and that was it. And you have to wonder. They said in the commentary, had it not been for the really ill-placed tree, he may have gotten away with it. But he had a double whammy. His tyre was off. It was absolutely busted. Impossible, I think he ended up saying. But there it is. It's not great, is it, for Seb Ogier? Championship. I mean, if he loses the championship now by a few points, this. You never. I know you can never lose the championship in a round. It's over the season. And to be fair, the fact that he has been part-time is absolutely amazing. Now he's full-time, but at the beginning he was part-time. He had a part-time schedule. And the fact that he remained in contention for the championship was amazing. He's still very much in contention. But if he looks back to one moment that lost him the championship, if he doesn't win, it's probably going to be this. I mean, unlike Ogier, having said that, it's not that unlike him. We'll get into that in a sec. But yeah, this is another view of the crash, I believe. There we go.
Knows it.
I'm just going to turn that off. He goes off there and smacks into the tree. You can see him. Well, it's gone wide. He hits the tree. Yeah, and I mean, it's completely over at this point. Poor Ogier. I mean, Elvin Evans even said it doesn't change anything on our side. Sorry for him. He was doing really well, but unfortunately, this is rallying from the man that didn't make any mistakes this week. Absolutely. And I did say it's unusual for Seb, but this was Central Europe 2024. Not the same corner, but the same rally in Central Europe 2025. Yeah. I think if it happens a third time, it's officially a curse, isn't it? Kind of like Charles Leclerc's Monaco curse. But this is this is what the championship looks like now, going into the final rounds. Evans a slightly more healthier lead than 247, and Seb Ogier, thanks to his absolute Super Sunday Wolf Stage domination, is on 2-3-4, equal with Kalle Rovanperä. The last 2 rounds are going to be absolutely epic. I'll be very surprised if it doesn't go down to the wire. We're going to have to see. Elvin Evans looking good, but he's not as comfortable as some people think he is. If he goes and wins Japan, he's going to be. He won Japan, I believe, last year. So if you're an Evans fan, which we are, at the 3, I would like Elvins to win. We have a new rally full-time champion, because obviously with Kalle going away, Seb Ogier is going to have another part-time campaign. Who knows? But I would absolutely love it to be. I would love it to be Mr. Evans. But there we go. So moving onwards then, as we are going, I think as we have the absolutely wonderful rally WRC in the background. Let's just get rid of that, shall we? We're now going to look at our winners and losers of the WRC in Central Europe. We've obviously talked about the winners, but let's have a look. You've probably got a bit of an idea. The guy in last, as it's kind of like a thing now, as kind of like usual. Sadly, is Gregor Monster, who I think on the Friday, didn't do particularly well. Landed badly, and his speed. He's in an M Sport. It is always going to be difficult, isn't it? It's always going to be difficult. Next up then is this man here, Neuville, who was doing okay. He looked average to his teammate, especially Ott Tanak. and he's just not been with it this year, has he? So the second biggest loser of the Central European Rally is sadly Neuville. I don't know what's gone. It's kind of like someone else has stepped in his skin. He's just not the same guy as he was last year. I imagine it's the car and the tyres, possibly the car, because Ott Tanak decided to take the 2024 car that was at Monte Carlo, the Monte Carlo spec, and ended up doing a lot better. Fair play for Ott Tanak for taking that risk. Next up, yeah, he may have done really good on Sunday, but that one mistake that could, maybe not, but could have cost him the World Championship for 2025. A very uncharacteristic error, and obviously lest you're looking at Central Europe last year, was Seb Ogier. Yeah, not great at all. Next up is Sami Piari. Yeah, why so far down? Because, I mean, if he wasn't an M Sport, I'd kind of understand, yeah? But he's not. He is in and now the 2025 championship winning Toyota team. We do better. And because it was a harsh rally, that's why I've put Josh McLaren ahead of Piari. I think he did a fairly good job. He didn't... borderline respectful is pretty much what I'm going to go with. And then we've got Mr. Formo, who did... a C minus, I guess, if you want to give him anything. Like a very kind of did his job, very average. But then again, it's probably to the detriment of Ott Tanak. Had the vision of taking the older car. He didn't for whatever reason, and it may have really hurt him. But next up, with the top four, kind of like it's really boring, really, because they're in the order that they finished in the rally. But it's Takamoto Katsuta, a really solid fourth. Okay, he didn't set the world alight, but he didn't make a Taka-esque mistake, which I think is very important for Takamoto Katsuta. So absolutely congratulations, Taka. You finished fourth. Well done. That is, I think that's where you, at the minimum, should have been. Next up, we've got Ott Tanak. I was debating putting Ott Tanak ahead of Elfyn Evans simply because, hear me out, I think the car, even with the 24 car, the Hyundai car seemed to be so difficult this weekend and so inconsistent. He did a marvellous job just to get it to third without putting it in the wall or a tree or a grass verge, like some people did. So he just misses out on our podium spot, so to speak. And it's Elfyn Evans that did in the end, because of the fight with Ott Tanak. I mean, he risked it all. He knew whatever happened, really, as long as he finished, he's going to take that championship lead, but he still had the cojones, so to speak, to beat Ott Tanak, and we know how fast Ott Tanak is when that Hyundai's right, which I don't think it was. I think the lack of Ott Tanak being happy with the handling in the Toyota really helped Elfyn Evans, and not to take anything away from what was an amazing Wolf Power stage for Elfyn Evans. But this guy here showed them all off, going neck and neck with Seb Ogier until Seb Ogier was the one to blink first and yeeted it into the landscape. Kalle Rovanperä didn't. He is our star rally driver of the year, in spite of the fact that he's retiring. He's probably got nothing to lose. But wouldn't it be great for him if the World Rally Championship goes into single-seaters? I mean, that would be absolutely amazing for Rally, because I'm sure he will obviously end up doing amazing as well. So congratulations to Kalle Rovanperä. If you made it to the end, though, please consider giving us a subscribe. That would be absolutely amazing if you want to subscribe. You just clicking on this video, though, is more than enough for us. But until then, we'll speak to you soon. Thank you very much for watching, but above all else, stay safe.